From the untouched beauty of Nepal's mountains to the streets of our cities, waste from food production is a global issue. What if food companies took the responsibility for their garbage? Is it even possible? Let's find out. In 1998, I stood amidst the breathtaking mountains of Nepal, a place of unparalleled beauty. But what caught my attention wasn't just the snow-capped peaks. It was the garbage littering the trail. Plastic wrappers, bottles, and packaging were scattered across the landscape, tarnishing nature's untouched allure. Much of this waste wasn't from foreign trekkers alone. The locals, newly exposed to modern consumer products, were also contributing to the growing problem. Products like instant noodles, snacks, and bottled drinks, which had only recently reached these remote areas, created waste for which no disposal systems existed. This wasn't just a problem for Nepal. It was a symptom of a much larger global issue. And it got me thinking, what if the companies that made these products were responsible for removing the garbage they left behind?
A simple idea, but as I considered it further, I realized just how complex this would be. First, there's the logistical nightmare. How do you set up waste collection systems in remote or developing areas with little to no infrastructure? In places like Nepal, even basic waste disposal facilities are hard to find, let alone systems to return packaging to manufacturers. Second, the cost of such a system would be enormous. Managing waste across dispersed regions, transporting it back to processing centers, and recycling it would require massive investments. And finally, there's the issue of consumer behavior. Even in countries with established waste management systems, participation is inconsistent. Getting consumers to return or properly dispose of packaging, whether on a mountain or in a city, is a significant hurdle. In developed nations, we often think we've solved the waste problem with mechanisms like recycling and waste collection. But the reality is different. In the US alone, only 9% of plastic waste is actually recycled. The rest ends up in landfills, incinerators, or worse, our oceans. Even with advanced systems, food packaging, single-use plastics, and organic waste are overwhelming our planet. This isn't just an issue in remote areas like Nepal, it's everywhere. And it's clear, our current systems are not enough. So, if taking garbage off the mountains isn't feasible, what is? The answer lies in rethinking the entire system. What if we could move from this broken, linear system to a circular one? A closed-loop food industry replaces the outdated model of produce, consume, and discard with a circular approach where waste is designed out of the process entirely. Every package, byproduct, and leftover is either reused, recycled, or composted. For example, TerraCycle's Loop initiative uses reusable containers for everyday products, reducing single-use plastics. Startups are creating biodegradable packaging from seaweed and cornstarch that dissolves harmlessly into the environment. Solutum, for instance, has developed a unique water-soluble plastic that completely dissolves in water, offering an innovative alternative to traditional plastics. Zohar CleanTech, another innovator from Israel, is tackling the plastic problem by recycling and repurposing waste plastic into new, durable materials, extending its life cycle and reducing environmental impact. Others are experimenting with edible packaging, where the material itself becomes part of the product, leaving no waste behind. And what about food waste? It's being repurposed into compost or transformed into bioenergy using advanced technologies like anaerobic digestion. Companies like Ecodrum in Israel are leading the way with efficient, sustainable composting solutions, turning organic waste into nutrient-rich compost for agricultural use. These solutions not only reduce waste, but also create valuable resources for agriculture and energy production. Of course, even a closed-loop system isn't without challenges. In developed nations, inefficiency is a major hurdle. Only a fraction of recyclable materials are actually recycled. In remote or developing areas like Nepal, there's often no infrastructure to support even basic waste collection. But innovation offers hope. Governments, companies, and consumers must work together. Manufacturers can design products with reuse and recycling in mind. Governments can incentivize circular systems, and consumers can adopt new habits to ensure waste doesn't end up where it doesn't belong. While companies like TerraCycle, Solutum, Ecodrum, and Zohar CleanTech are already paving the way for a circular food industry, the future holds even greater possibilities. For instance, drones could not only deliver products to remote areas, but also collect waste, creating a closed-loop delivery system in places like Nepal's mountains. AI-powered systems could revolutionize recycling by identifying and sorting materials with near-perfect accuracy, eliminating inefficiencies and human error. The next wave of materials could include packaging made entirely from captured carbon or bioengineered compounds that degrade harmlessly without leaving any environmental footprint. Building on the progress of today's modular composting solutions, future waste hubs could handle multiple types of waste, including plastics on-site, turning them into energy or valuable resources for local communities. Finally, blockchain technology could revolutionize accountability. Imagine every product coming with a digital passport, tracking its life cycle from production to disposal, ensuring full transparency and responsibility from manufacturers. These technologies could create a global closed-loop system, from the streets of our cities to the mountains of Nepal. The waste I saw on Nepal's mountains was a wake-up call, but it's not just a problem for remote regions. It's a global issue, and it's up to all of us, manufacturers, governments, and consumers, to close the loop and create a waste-free future.
What is one step you think food companies or governments could take to reduce waste? Share your ideas and inspire others to take action. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on innovation insights.
Thanks for watching and stay innovative.